Assalamualaikum. Today's conversation is going to be a little bit longer, and you may want to go ahead and bring yourself a cup of tea. Okay? So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today I'm going to talk about our brothers. And I'm making this video with a very heavy heart because I think somehow our ummah has maybe forgotten that men and women together make the ummah, okay? And if one part of the ummah hurts, the other automatically hurts. So yes, I am primarily the coach for women. Yes, I a lot of the time speak for women, okay? But at the same time, it's not like I'm against men, okay? It's not like I don't see the pain of our brothers. And reality is there are dynamics wherein our brothers are not being heard, okay, or they're not being seen. Now somebody has to speak, and if men speak for that, then we really kind of tune down. Oh, it's a man saying, right? And I think anytime or most of the times when we see content by sisters about men, it turns out to be more on we speaking for women, right? So I just feel that there is a need wherein we together need to help each other. Men need to support women need to support men too. So with that, I want to talk to my sisters today. Number one, think about what you define as a man, okay? Think about it, because I'm not sure if it has to do with media or if it has to do with overall how we grew up seeing around us. It seems like men are to be all the time strong and they cannot have any kind of soft space. And the moment our brothers are, or a man is soft, he is seen as a less of a man or a weak man. But reality is, yes, he's a man, but at the same time he's a human being, right? Yes, he's a man, but he also has emotions. Yes, he is a man, but he also goes through fear, worry, stress, and all those things, right? And now when it comes to those in the house, right, is there a safe space being held for men to be vulnerable? Okay, now we can say that, oh, but like he is acting like this, he's acting like that, but like we complain that men don't express. We complain that men are not communicating, da 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 da. But you communicate where you feel safe. You communicate where you feel that you can be vulnerable. But there are a lot of statements that go around in our community under the name of joke that are very like, for example, one common one is, oh, he's my fifth child, he's my fourth child. And I'm like, it's the man who is paying your rent, it's the man who is paying your mortgage, it's the man who is bringing out so many things for you and your kids. Why are you thinking of him as a child? And how do you really behave with a person when you think of them as a child? You start acting like his mom. And no, husbands don't want moms. Husbands want wives, and brothers can correct me. Husbands want and need wives who have emotional intelligence and can empathize with their humanness, okay? Where they can be vulnerable. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he experienced Angel Jibreel coming for the first time, he went to Khadija and was shaking and was like, Zambaluni, Zambaluni, because he is a man, but he can also experience other emotions, fear and things like that. But if a man comes and experiences anything like that and we go, oh, he's being a child, you have taken the vulnerable space from him. You don't want him to be vulnerable around you. And reality is, home is not where you have your belongings or where you go or where you just have a title. Home is where you feel safe. That's about that. I made a post a few months ago too, that sometimes home is a person, okay, where you can go and you can be vulnerable, where your humanness is accepted. It's not used to destroy you. It's not used to make you less of a man. It's not shoved in your face. And subhanallah, it makes me angry. And I'm not even when I hear that a woman called her husband fat and lazy, or when I hear a woman say things about her husband like he can't take care of himself, da 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 da, or even the fact that a man stays sick a lot, I'm just like, have you guys forgotten about Ayub alayhi salam? And honestly, listen, I have growing up seen a lot of lazy men, okay, who would not provide for their family. So to me, if a man, no matter what he's going through, if he's getting up and he's providing for his family, he is protecting his family, respect that. Respect that. People's struggles, respect them. If a man has if a desi guy who went through different things in his family but he still did emotional work, respect that. If a black brother was on streets but he did everything in his capacity to get out of the streets and build a safe home for himself and his kids, respect that. We women need to respect our brothers, whether it be in the form of just a brother in the community or just or as a spouse. We need to respect men. Men need respect. If you take the respect out of the equation for men, what's left? A man can live without love. To my understanding, he can, okay? But he cannot live without respect. And as far as sexual satisfaction, I think as adults we all can agree that there are things that people can do for themselves, okay? So mama, please respect the men in your life, especially your husband. And with that, a side thing that I want to mention that's saddening, the whole issue of male victims of domestic violence, okay? One of my speeches when I was doing public speaking class long ago was about male victims of domestic violence, because growing up I have seen quite a few of dynamics wherein men were the victims. Now, I don't like to label victim abuser abuse, okay? We don't do that. However, at the same time, we look at the behaviors. We don't complain about the person, but we talk about the behavior. If XYZ is doing a behavior and you don't want to deal with it, you shouldn't deal with it. If people are not willing to change their behavior that's hurting you, you need to think deeply if you even want to be in that dynamic anymore. And the same goes for women. Women, like, I know I have grown into who I am today. I made a lot of mistakes in my life too. And yes, sometimes women be yelling at the husbands. And yes, it is because the man is not listening to her, da da da. But then, mama, it goes back to us. Why are we in a dynamic wherein we feel unheard? Okay, and again, maybe we need to get through the coaching to even fix the whole idea of me feeling unheard, right? So justifying whatever happened in the past, or it doesn't allow us really to use and do the behaviors that hurt the other person. Your husband is more than an ATM machine. He's a human being. Please respect our brothers. And on that topic, I have a workshop coming up, and I really hope that sisters would benefit from. Inshallah, I'm hoping that would be in the end of this week. Stay tuned, inshallah, and I hope this helped. Assalamu alaikum.